Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of the Culture Collective podcast. I didn't think we'd make it to 5 episodes, but here we are. We've not been banned or anything, which is a massive surprise. I'm the host for today, Aaron Patel, joined by my right, Daniel Parsons.
I feel like I was like a party pop with this one going,
yeah, 5 episodes. Yeah, we've not been banned yet.
How?
And behind the laptop there, Gabe. How's it going?
You alright?
Not bad. Good.
5 episodes, let's do it.
Let's get into it.
So boring.
Mitchell.
What'd you expect?
5 weeks basically. That's gone so quick, surely.
It's a long time, isn't it? Like,
I remember when we started in our first setup upstairs.
Yeah.
We've made it to the basement.
And of course, finally joined by Gim. How are you doing, mate?
Good, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. But yeah, we're recording this on Friday night, so hopefully we'll be listening to this sometime mid-week next week.
Yeah.
Whether you're on your commute to work, home, or just chilling out, we really hope you enjoy this episode. We've got a lot to get through today, haven't we?
Jesus.
We really,
Yeah.
we really do have a lot.
I blame Owen.
Owen's the doc master.
Owen, who's not here, but has put so much for us to talk about.
Yeah, it's like kind of ironic, isn't it? Like he's left us so much. Like, I'm not going to be there, but you guys deal with it.
Dropped the mic and walked out.
We are sorry in advance for not doing your Nintendo justice, Owen.
I will skim through it.
God.
For anyone that didn't realise what just happened, these two simultaneously said the exact same thing verbatim. That was quite incredible, actually.
Oh my
We'll
god.
start to
That wasn't planned either.
No!
Completely scripted. Don't sue us.
We'll start to episode 5. So, first of all, we're going to kick this episode off by talking some tech. And
Something new.
Something new.
my favourite lads, Apple, back in the mainstream. Well, there's never a time where they're not in the mainstream. So the Apple Keynote for the iPhone Max, is it called?
X,
Yeah,
Max,
Max.
and iPhone X and iPhone XR.
It shows you how clued up I am.
How
Yeah.
many are they released?
3,
releasing
and a
3.
new watch as well.
Yeah.
You know
New
what?
watch.
I've heard nothing of this until I read it.
I saw it very briefly yesterday when it happened.
That's the thing, like, I don't keep up with Apple because I really don't
I
like
don't give a
Don't
shit.
care.
I'm a
really-
Microsoft kind of guy.
Yeah.
Or a Samsung guy.
Yeah,
Hence
yeah.
a Samsung
Samsung
phone.
boys.
And
Okay, we're going to have to clear this up. There's a dog in the room. He does do this. Oh my god. He wasn't doing this. We started the podcast and he started.
You just got
howling.
louder and louder.
It's just like a...
Come here. Fuck's sake.
Oh, poor
Come
dog.
here. Come here.
He just wants to be
dog.
part of it.
Come here. It's
Let him
fine.
speak.
Come here.
Have some words.
Come here. Right.
Let him speak.
I think we have a guest.
He's at the podcast table. Right, let's carry on.
Right, we're carrying on.
Okay, so back from where I left off.
Thanks,
So,
dog.
okay, I'm going to trust Mitchell or Gim or Gabe on this situation.
Yeah.
We'll understand it. Do either one of you explain this new crap?
Gabriel.
From what I saw,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
basically
Guillaume.
they are the biggest iPhones they've ever made in terms of screen size.
Yeah.
So it's
They're
like an
massive,
So it's
by
like
the
an
way.
iPad.
They
edition.
really
So
are massive.
I'm holding up my S8 now.
Much bigger than that.
I'm
Think of
holding
it-
up.
I think was
A
it like
mini
6?
iPad.
It was about 6
Guillaume.
inch screen, so length.
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of
What about
diagonal,
this tablet
and they're really
being-
wide as well,
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
they now?
What about this tablet we have before us?
To be honest, I
Is
wouldn't be
that a
surprised.
bit
if it's-
smaller, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit smaller than that. But honestly,
Yeah.
they're huge.
Is it like
they
a
really are.
bloody iPad at this point?
I don't get
Yeah.
the
They
point
might
of
as
making
well.
the phones bigger because you're literally going to be carrying around a massive
Yeah.
iPad.
Have a massive
Before you know it,
screen
you're
on
going
the
to be
face.
carrying something like
What the
this
hell
around.
happened to pocket-sized mobiles?
Exactly.
Tell me
you know.
about it.
We're going back to those massive brick ones now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
But in
basically,
reverse.
they're massive. You know, they've got much bigger screens. I'm assuming, more storage,
Yeah.
faster processing, the usual,
Usual.
maybe
Probably
better
don't have a
cameras,
headphone
things
jack.
like that.
It is
They don't.
absolutely-
They don't.
yeah.
And now you have to buy if you want to have the adapter thing for a headphone jack. You have
Yeah.
to buy it now.
Yep, and
Yeah.
my sister got one of them. It broke in a week.
There you go.
There you go. So
But yeah, so
Yeah, Apple.
that's kind of what they are. And what was it? The most expensive one is £1,107.
Oh my god.
Which
What
for
is this?
any, to be honest, for
and that's
any
UK conversion. That could
yeah.
be more.
for any electronic device, £1,100 is a lot of money.
Could buy a Mac
any
for that.
exactly
Yeah.
for any laptop or tablet
You could
or
buy
phone,
you could
it's
buy
a
a small
ridiculous
house
amount.
for that.
But the
Megan.
ridiculous thing is, these people will queue up to go and get one.
Yeah,
No.
And the thing is that
Fucking
they've got
Simply.
they've got the thing is, it's not like the iPhone 10 like last year, but they had the new like gestures and like the new screen type and all this shit. It looks no different.
No, yeah,
They've
it
added
doesn't.
a gold variant, for if you want to act like really rich, you can have a gold version.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally, the XR version is the cheap in brackets
Cheap.
The cheapest.
That's still about £700.
That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
most of my bank account gone.
Which,
You know,
the
so
thing
like-
is, it looks like the 10, but smaller. But then the thing is, the screen is a lower resolution, A. B is also the exact same screen as what's on your iPhone 8. So what's the point in buying a new one if it's got a notch anyway?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What does the R mean?
No idea. No
Not
one
a
knows.
clue.
Because S obviously means, I guess, in slim.
No one knows. No one knows.
I mean, I don't know. Well, no, because I mean, they're called, what is it? iPhone XS Max, iPhone X, iPhone XR.
I'm sorry. Can we
That's-
just?
no
can
idea
we
what
just
they
say-
mean, to be honest.
That's very confusing at this
I
point.
know
really
that,
is.
I know that the X is said as 10, so like
Yeah,
iPhone
fine.
10s Max, but I'm sorry, but iPhone 10s Max.
Who comes up with
Who
these
the
names?
hell thought that was a great idea?
Are
to,
they
like,
copying Pepsi? Because I think Pepsi's sued them.
like, I'm sorry.
That is not an endorsement for what we have on our table.
No,
It is Pepsi.
but just think about
Not
it.
much,
Just think about it this way, right? If you're talking to your nan, who has one phone every 10 years, right? your nan's
to be
gonna
fair, yeah.
your nan's gonna remember. Oh, nan, I've got a Nokia, yeah. Oh, nan, I've got an iPhone. If your nan goes, what iPhone do you want to get? And there's 4 iPhones on the shelf. There's an iPhone 8. There's an iPhone 8 Plus, an X Max. What? She's gonna get so confused. Like,
No, to be fair, there's
what's the point?
My granddad
someone
is
in my family
complete
still
opposite.
has a Nokia 3310.
Oh my god, that's
Wow.
amazing.
They seriously do.
They actually re-released those, didn't they?
I
Last
think
year.
they did.
Yeah,
But do you know what the beauty of those phones are? They don't ever seem to go out of fashion.
they're amazing.
No,
Someone's
don't,
always
yeah.
got one.
Yeah, as I'm saying, they've still
That's
got
incredible.
it, and they still use it, and
What
it's it still works.
What
It's
legend?
amazing.
I mean, really, honestly, and my granddad, he's still got like just a normal sort of button phone,
Yeah.
Oh,
touch
yeah.
screen, anything, and that's just like, I mean, he doesn't use it very often, but that's the thing, like, he would have no idea,
It's
in
crazy.
terms of these all I mean, even sort of basic
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
entry level sort of smartphones, they're so complicated. But honestly, these are just ridiculous.
I mean, also
price
with
wise, the
Apple as
price
well,
is just
the,
insane.
The passwords or like making your Apple account, that would just be a pain.
Oh,
for
no,
other
yeah.
people.
Oh god.
It's a pain
But I
for
mean,
us.
you have to do that for every company now. Really, you have to make an account. You
Yeah.
have to, have all
Apple
this.
especially though with
Oh,
the
no, yeah.
Apple account and whatnot. It's a
Yeah,
pain in
yeah.
the
Getting
ass.
all my stuff from my old iPhone onto this was a pain in the arse. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like getting all my contacts, all phone numbers,
Yes,
and
the
all
thing.
that.
I mean, I've never had an iPhone. And
No.
I don't,
No.
and I don't want one.
No,
to be
no,
honest.
no.
I've never understood the whole
There is
fascination with iPhone.
only-
I've had my
iPhone.
first one.
Yeah.
I think it'll be my last.
Yeah.
My
There's only-
6 I dropped on the floor twice and it's shattered. And
There's
I'm
only
like,
one
no.
ruler on this planet.
Currently, there's one culprit in the room.
Samsung.
They're incredible. I've had no issues
No,
with this
Samsung
phone.
is perfect.
Like the battery life is incredible on this. I think the interface on this is wonderful. Like I couldn't have asked for, and the camera is incredible. You get an optical zoom, one of those attachable lenses. You can get quality
Yeah,
photos
yeah.
straight from
I know.
a new. But that kind of gateways into the question: why do you think people are paying so much? And it's kind of acceptable for people to do it now? Like hardly anyone's kind of turning their heads apart from us and saying, why
This
are
is
they
ridiculous,
charging
yeah.
this much for it? Because
I think they are because they can.
Yeah.
Quite simply because they're Apple. And if a smaller company, for example, tried charging that amount for any electronic, any phone, they'd just be ridiculed completely.
it's interesting.
It's Apple, they can do it. That's the thing. Because it's Apple. That's all it is. It's a big company.
Yeah.
They can charge that amount of money because they can, and they know people will buy it.
And Bill Gates is dead.
And I mean,
No,
also-
you mean Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Also,
God,
as
you
well,
got
like,
that one
it's
up.
like-
Bill Gates
Bill
might
Gates is
stop
my
it,
hero. He will be dead.
Bill Gates is my hero as far as I'm
Has
concerned.
Samsung ever released a phone that costs that much?
No,
No,
I
no.
believe the S9 or was it S10 that's recently came out? No,
S9.
S9. Sorry, not S10. I
Probably
think
the most expensive one, but yeah.
I think that most come up to about 800 or something
Yeah.
pounds, and
So that's basically the price of the entry level of these new iPhones. Which is
Pretty
about
much.
750
and
or
that
something.
model looked incredible.
Yeah.
I saw it and the release of it, and I was in awe. I was like, I wish I could get that, but
Yeah.
I've only recently just picked up an S8.
Yeah. That's
From what
that's-
I'm reading here, though, it just seems like they're just improving what they did on the old phones and then increasing the price of it.
Hasn't that always
massively.
been? Hasn't
That's
that always
what-
been the
that's
bog
what they've done.
standard from
That's
Apple?
that's the thing.
The only decent thing here, from what I'm reading, from what we've got on our notes, and that's all we're going off here, is the water resistance. That would be the
Yeah.
only really.
But
useful
being
thing.
Apple, how
Even then, it's not that
effective
much
would
of an
it be?
improvement.
You have to pay.
Well, it clearly
You have to
wasn't
pay
that
for it.
effective.
It isn't that
No,
much
yeah.
of a difference either.
But what I've never understood about Apple and the way they do it, because I've known people that, I don't even know what iPhones have been out recently, but I can just remember the
That's
7
loads.
came out,
Yeah.
and then someone who had the 4 said, "Oh, I've got an upgrade now because my iOS won't update."
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
yeah.
stop your iOS
Yeah, yeah.
update
iPhone
because
6 has stopped as
because
well.
they specifically don't want you to have that, so you can buy the other
Mm-hmm.
phone. Whereas I believe this sounds crazy, but when I had a Nokia Lumia 735, by the time that line had ended, I could still update my phone, and
Yeah.
it was only within the last year that they discontinued that series.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Which is incredible to keep
Yeah.
that line going.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's the same similar point in the sense that if you still have a Nokia 3310, it still works. It does because it doesn't have this whole operating system that's controlled, by computers and everything. It still works today. That's the thing. Apple keep cancelling the iOS upgrades on various models to force you to buy an upgrade
Oh, it's
and
ridiculous.
to make more money.
Does
It
anyone
really is
remember the
ridiculous.
old YouTube icon on the iPods? Where it wasn't even like the official YouTube icon, it was
No,
actually just like a TV.
Was it?
Oh, yes.
Oh no, yes, I do.
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I actually do remember.
I do.
I still have the iPod to this day and I can't update it
Really?
from that.
It's on
current
my
state.
the first iPad. It's on that as well. My
Is
old
it?
one.
Is it?
Which-
I do remember seeing that. Yeah, the TV symbol. Rather
Never
than the
understood
YouTube,
that.
Yeah.
Which
logo,
proves
yeah.
our point that they are, they're money grabbers, aren't they?
They are
They're-
like the EA
They're
of
dri-
phones.
They're driven by money, and that's the thing. But that's the thing. When you're a company like that, that's that's what they do. They're about making money
Yeah.
because it's. Well, did I say that? Apple was it a few weeks ago? Apple became the first $1 trillion
Yeah, it
company
was. Yes,
in
yeah,
the
it was.
world.
It was.
Shortly followed by Amazon a couple of weeks
Yeah,
later.
Shock horror.
But they became the first trillion. Well, I'm sorry, if your company's already worth $1 trillion,
Why you
why
just...
do you still need to focus on making profit every
Yeah.
single time? Why can you not say, okay, we'll improve this phone
Yeah,
that we brought out last year. We'll improve it, but we won't put the price up £200.
Yeah.
We'll keep the price at okay, it might have to go up a little bit because it's improved slightly.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be astronomical.
But I think they're doing it because they know these kind of people that will just
Oh no, yeah,
accept that
brainwash
payment.
yeah.
That's why they're
people.
doing it. They're literally
People,
just saying,
people will
"Okay,
just
yeah."
accept that price and go and buy
Do you
one.
think it
but
will go up to like the standard like $1 million?
No.
No.
Like
I
it's
mean,
gone to that
no.
level.
I think the thing is though is that back in the day when iPhones were like the first proper touchscreen phone, the price. If we're looking back at that period of time, the price maybe as an experimental like concept art, as like a rare few phones of that design, I can understand the price.
Oh,
but
yeah.
because iPhones are so common, the touchscreens are so common.
Oh yeah.
And they've got like durability. They said, what is it? The toughest screen on an iPhone.
That's not saying much.
But
That's
sorry,
not saying much.
sorry, like
They're made of paper.
yeah, like they've-
4 stairs and it's gone.
Like-
That's it.
yeah. While you've got the water resistance, so if you drop it down the toilet accidentally on a night out, it's not going to die entirely.
Gabe,
But by the
you
same
Gabe.
point-
Tell us
But
something.
by the same point though, like I've actually almost done that, but that's another story.
He
But
at least he admitted it.
that's the thing though, because like why? There's going to get to a point where iPhone are not going to be able to make that much of a price jump because there's nothing else they can add. They can just refine.
But they haven't done anything really new anyway.
No,
in the past
they
couple of
don't.
years.
They
Not
don't.
even not
That's
even for
the
this
thing.
one.
They're not adding anything massive. They're refining it
Yeah.
and still pushing the price up
Yeah.
to stupid levels.
£200 difference should not be the difference of a colour and what is it? 3 more points on water resistance.
And the size of the phone.
yeah, the camera's
The
no
to be
different.
honest,
either.
the size of the phone should not affect the price, if you ask me.
No,
Because
it
to be honest,
God no.
the phones are big enough.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything bigger than sort of in terms of screen size, like 5 inches or 6 inches, to be honest, is
Right.
too big.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Okay.
If you need one of them pop socket things on the back of it to hold it,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's too big.
it's too big.
Then it's too big. Yeah.
It's way too big.
I mean, personally, as someone who's into marketing quite a lot, I'd love to sit in one of their marketing meetings and just hear what. I mean, it's almost as
Right,
they
guys,
go,
I've
"Right,
got an
guys,
idea.
The mass population, they're idiots. They spend way too much money off. So we're gonna raise the price by about £200.
We're going to make it a little bit bigger and raise it by £300.
How big do you want it, Ray? About this big to a giant. But
Reach the ceiling.
I think I'm going to do some research over the next week, and maybe in the next episode we could pick up on some stuff because I
Yeah.
really
Yes,
want
we
to.
should.
I would love to know how many iPhones they actually sell and whether it's going up or down or staying the
That
same.
is something I can do for the next.
I would
episode.
love to know that.
Yeah.
I would love to, because honestly, from what I think anyway, I feel like it's probably going down in terms of people buying new ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, yeah.
It's probably going down in terms of how much they sell. But then So I'm thinking, how long can Apple keep going with this model of
Yeah.
improving it very slightly, just refining things, and still doing the price up. Basically, surely there's got to come a point where people will say, "No, do you know what? I'm not buying one."
Yeah.
Surely at some point people will. It might be a few years down the line, but surely at some point
I mean,
people.
all the reviewers I've seen have all said don't buy it until it goes down. They've all said that, and that's bad. Because
Yeah,
they've got
that is
samples,
bad. Yeah.
and they've literally been saying, "Yeah, it's too stupid."
I really think it kind of depends on the market and where you're looking at, because obviously in the United States and here in the United Kingdom, it probably does proportionally well above everybody else. But in places like
I think probably more in America.
Yeah, actually, because I think it
here.
might be a bit more competitive over
Yeah.
here, actually.
Yeah.
But like in places like South Korea and stuff, because that's the home of Samsung. And there's a brand in, I believe they're Japan. I've completely forgot what it's called, but they release phones that they've actually been received quite well. I've completely forgotten the
It's
brand
not
name.
Huawei, is it? Huawei, yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah.
That's the phone I've got. Yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah,
Came to the
and-
rescue, Jesus.
Thank God for that. I would never have got that.
Yeah.
But I was reading about them, and apparently they're fantastic.
They're great up
Well,
until
this-
the US banned them
this
because
is
of
fine.
spying.
Oh, have you got one?
I've got one.
Yeah, we've
This is
both got
brilliant.
one.
And
The,
it's
but the battery, if I'm not using it a lot,
Yeah.
the
What are they
battery
called
lasts like over
Huawei.
3 days,
Wow.
which
Huawei.
for a smartphone is pretty impressive.
that's incredible.
Over
Yeah,
3
yeah.
days, if I'm not using it a lot,
See,
the battery
yours
lasts.
is good. Mine is like
The-
3 years
I've
old.
dro-
so
I've
it's
dro-
probably,
I remember I dropped it on like the second or third day of having it. It was absolutely fine.
yeah.
Just to say to them,
You know.
pay us and we'll keep talking nice about them.
But like I was reading
I'm
about
expecting some money from this.
Yeah.
and apparently,
Sponsors.
yeah, like you guys have said, they're great.
Mm.
But the problem is they don't have the capacity to compete with Apple
No,
in certain
no.
places, which
But
is a shame.
I think smaller. I say smaller. They're probably quite big in Asia, for example.
Oh
where
yeah,
they're
definitely.
based. I say they're probably. To be honest, I think they're probably they're improving a lot, and I think they're probably growing in like the UK and America.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
America banned them in. I don't know if it's across the country or in certain states because of some spying laws. Apparently,
because it's China and America.
yeah. But
We're not getting into
but
that.
but the phones themselves, like the P10, I think it is the new one. My
Yeah,
God,
I've seen
the
the new one.
camera
Oh
on
yes,
that.
it's got a really fancy camera.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
mate, that's just mental.
I mean, I was gonna make a comment then, but one of my best friends is from the United States, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's crazy that you
Yeah.
ban
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Should we move on to?
Yeah.
move on?
So
Lania to say
What are we
Samsung
doing
as well.
next?
If you want to pay us, we'll keep talking nice.
what's next on the agenda, lads?
Ooh.
Well, very briefly, there's this thing, sort of related to tech or sort of internet stuff. Is memes could basically end up being banned.
Can I just say this is Owen's idea?
This
of
was
putting it down?
Owen who put this on the doc. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. There you go.
basically, there's not. I don't think
Says
there's
it all, really.
not a lot to it.
We can say
But I think what it basically is it's not a ban on memes themselves. It's new copyright laws that would effectively make memes illegal because they're breaching copyright laws.
Then
New
a lot of people are
European
getting
copyright laws.
fined. A lot
And-
of people are going to
what
be
a-
getting
what a
fined if that's the
shame.
case.
Basically, it either kills memes completely or people just take the pain and take the punishment and
Yeah.
still make them.
there
But,
you go.
you know,
That's it.
That's basically it.
Thanks, Owen.
Memes could be dying, but you know.
Moving
Nah,
on.
it won't die.
When I first read
Memes
that, I
won't
thought
die.
it was just like banning humour basically, because who doesn't like a good meme?
Once it's
Apparently
on
the
once it's on
government,
internet-
Mitchell.
It's
once
the
it's on
EU,
internet, it'll
apparently.
never die.
Apparently, it's the EU who are
Oh,
changing
that's
things.
funny.
They're
you
trying to
know,
ban a
too.
lot of stuff.
They are,
so,
but, yeah.
Should we move on to the sports sections now?
Well,
Can do, yeah.
If you,
Yeah.
this is you and Aaron.
this is me and Aaron. Yeah. I mean, as I said last week when we were doing it, there wasn't a lot of sport on last week.
Any this week?
But the Premier League is back this weekend, which is great news
Thank God.
because no more international football, no more boring, pointless matches that no one actually cares about. Good old Premier League football is back.
Thank God.
England,
Didn't they play Spain? Or
they lost to
something?
Spain
Oh well, that's not
last
surprising.
Saturday.
It's coming home again, lads,
and
it's
they
coming home.
They beat Switzerland during the
Barely.
week, but that was a friendly and it was only 1-0.
So,
But yeah.
anything else?
England, and then I was in on here, and it's probably the biggest sport talking point from the week. Serena Williams and the US Open women's
Yeah.
final last Saturday evening. It was.
I don't know about this
Have
actually.
you not heard? Oh my god! Have you seriously
been
not heard
under a
about
rock,
this?
mate.
You've been living under a rock for the
Yeah.
last week. Have you not heard it either?
I think I have.
Oh yeah, we'll
Just
show-
explain it.
I will
Yeah,
give
yeah.
a brief overview of what happened.
Yeah.
Women's US Open final last Saturday. Serena Williams against Naomi Osaka. Naomi Osaka wins the first set against Serena Williams in the final. And then during the second set, I think quite early on, Serena Williams gets a code violation from the umpire for her coach coaching her during the match.
Okay.
She then is like aghast at the fact that she's been given a code violation for this.
Yep.
She is like complaining to the umpire, demanding he A, apologise to her, and B, make an announcement to the stadium saying she hasn't actually got a code violation for coaching.
Okay.
And her reason for that was she didn't see her coach trying to coach her.
So she still could have been doing it.
He was. He admitted in a TV interview after the match he was trying to coach her.
Cheating bastard.
So on that point, she had
No grounds.
no grounds. That was, there was nothing with that. She then, later in the match, she lost a game. She, lost an important game later in the match, and she broke her racket. Automatically, in tennis, if you break your racket, that's a code violation. So that was her second code violation.
That's two.
That second code violation is a point penalty. So
She snapped it as well, proper smashed it.
I mean, I've almost snapped a tennis racket in half by. I'm not even hitting it on the floor. Trust me, they're not as strong as they look. Tennis rackets. They break quite easily.
Probably just a game.
They do break quite easily. But yeah, so she broke her racket. She got a second code violation, which was a point penalty. And again, no, she can have no complaints on that because that's the way it goes. That's the way it works in tennis. 2 code violations.
It broke itself. I swear.
Equals a points penalty.
I didn't break the racket. The
then-
racket broke me.
And then later, and then basically at this point she's like completely lost her head, and she is still ranting and complaining at the umpire about the coaching call from earlier on, saying about how, and then she repeatedly called the umpire a liar and a thief. So he thought, right, and for me, right, and I'm going to say basically, for me, the umpire was completely within his rights to do what he did.
It sounds like
and what he did was he gave her a third code violation for abusive language, which was a game penalty, meant her opponent was 1 game away from the match, which she won, and then won the match. Serena Williams lost in straight sets. And basically, she then came out after the match, actually, and during the match as well. During the match, she called for the tournament referee after she'd been given that third code violation and the game penalty.
Just drop it at this point.
And she was trying to, she was complaining, and she said at the time on the court, and she said afterwards in her press conference, that she believed the umpire was sexist towards her because he would never do the same to a man.
But isn't it a women's match?
It was a women. No, yeah. The point.
What about the other woman?
the point
about the other woman.
The point being that situation, getting 3 code violations of game penalty, would never happen to a man. That's the point she was trying to make.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Sorry, but it is. It's complete bullshit.
Game's right now.
I'm ranting.
Get to the shelters.
I'm ranting because one, that same umpire that she was ranting at is he's very well known. He's one of the most respected umpires in the game. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, he gave Rafael Nadal a point penalty for 2 code violations in the French Open. So there
you go.
Automatically,
What were they
he's
for?
done. So that was for taking too long in between points, which is you have 25 seconds in between points.
Guillaume, you should be a lawyer.
Honestly, and the male tennis players are the worst when it comes to taking too long between the points.
Sounds like
They often get called for taking too long, and that happened to Nadal. He got a point penalty earlier in the year from that same umpire.
Yeah.
So that's, first of all, that's it. That's gone.
Yeah.
She can't.
She has nothing to
straight
stand
at
on
that
at this
point.
point.
She can't argue that. Also, the statistics show, I think, that more code violations are given to men than women.
Yeah.
In the whole year, all the code violations, men get more than women do. And at the same time, the whole thing about whether she was, being coached or not. Well, her coach after the match admitted I was trying to coach her.
If he admitted it, you have no grounds to stand.
There was not, but then she claimed it was sexism. She claimed that that would never happen to a man. And basically, what happened was saying that the WTA, the Women's Tennis Association, completely backed her claim, backed her view that it was sexism.
Okay.
That was the reason.
They're idiots.
That was there. And I think it was the International Tennis Federation did the same thing.
They're idiots as well.
Which is seriously, and a lot of people were very annoyed that the International Tennis Federation said that. Sorry?
Oscar.
Well, yeah. But no, in terms of players and other umpires as well, they were furious at the International Tennis Federation for saying, we don't back our umpire here. We back the player's claim that this is sexism.
Which is wrong.
Because it's the International Tennis Federation. The umpire, it's the same as if it's footballing referee, a referee in rugby, an umpire in tennis, umpires in cricket. They are above the players.
Yeah.
They deserve the respect of the players. They uphold the laws of the game during the match.
To them anyway. Everybody.
It happens.
All the
Okay,
time.
it happens,
God, yeah.
especially in football and rugby.
Every
happens.
sport.
Football is the worst, but it happens. But at the same time, the referee is where the law is applied in the match. Same with the umpire in tennis.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the umpire made the call that she had 3 code violations, which equals a game penalty. And he was basically, based on the system of code violations, he was completely right.
Yeah.
If he felt that that's, the way it could be applied and the way it was applied, he's absolutely within his rights to do that.
Yeah.
And she had no grounds to complain on that. And it was caused a big stir, especially, as I said, among the umpires, and they're considering making a umpires union to sort of stick together, because that's what I'm saying. The umpire had no support afterwards. Absolutely none. The International Federation, the WTA, completely said, no, we're with Serena Williams on this.
I think people freak out in this day and age because everything's so publicised and everybody's got an opinion and everybody can see the opinion very quickly. I think, not being funny, from what it sounds like, I mean, I didn't watch the match. But
I didn't watch it because it was on midnight because it was in America.
But from what it sounds like, it's a case of what is it? When you say 1 point, is it 1 point to the other player, basically?
Yeah,
okay.
So she gets
so,
penalty.
To be honest, with her ability, it's not like she can't crawl it back.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? If she carried on playing,
that's what a lot of people said afterwards.
Because it got to her head.
No, that's the thing.
The 2 points afterwards was entirely her doing.
That's what a lot of people said, and a lot of people, that was a point people made, was that okay, she gets the first code violation. Yeah. Okay, she might not agree with it, but at the end of the day, if she is going to win that match, she has to forget about it.
Yeah.
She has to get back to her game and carry on playing. If she's good enough to win on the day, she'll win.
Yeah,
that'd be a great comeback. And then and the thing is, the person who there's 2 people I feel sorry for in the whole scenario.
Yeah.
The umpire, because he didn't deserve. The reception he got as well from the crowd was horrendous. They were booing him. They were shouting. He normally at the end of the match, if in the final, the umpire gets like a sort of medal, like a sort of plate thing. So
this time he got a slap in the face.
No, he didn't go up for the presentation. He left immediately because they come on. If he'd been out there, he would just got booed. He would got abused, everything. So he just left. So I felt for him definitely because he did nothing wrong. He was well within his rights. And I feel sorry for her opponent, Naomi Osaka, 20 years old.
It's
good. Her first
playing her hero.
That's good.
She was playing her hero.
Got lucky.
Playing in her first Grand Slam final that she wins at the age of 20. Definitely the first Japanese woman ever to win a Grand Slam. I might even have been the first Japanese player to win a Grand Slam.
Well done to her.
And it was completely overshadowed and ruined by Serena Williams' antics.
Well, I will say it.
Don't become your heroes.
That's the thing.
More of the story here, lads. Guillaume's gone bright red.
I have gone bright red. It's
bad because
it's an annoying. It was such an annoying situation because it distracted from the fact that she won first of all, and second of all, she was winning before Serena lost her head.
Yeah, exactly.
She was already beating her.
Yeah,
and I think people forget that. People are kind of. I think at the time people sort of took it as like, oh, Serena lost because this all happened and this distracted her. No, she was already losing. She was already being outplayed completely.
How much has she been outplayed by?
Oh well, she lost the first set 6-3.
Right, okay.
6 games to 3, and then she was, I think, 4-3 down.
Ouch.
In the second set. That's when she got the game penalty and made it 5-3. So then she lost that next one 6-3. Game over.
That's
but
terrible.
I think that was a real shame that her achievement, which was a fantastic achievement, at 20 years old as well,
to
beat Serena Williams.
Yeah.
I think it was amazing, and he just got completely overshadowed by the
what a shame.
whole antics. But that was the big sporting story, and it was a bit ridiculous. It caused a lot of controversy and different opinions on both sides.
She tried all these different methods to get the points taken off from her, and then just kind of used the sexism kind of thing as
I don't know,
as a last minute thing.
Maybe, but I just feel like that's the thing. The whole sexism argument was what sort of drew people's attention to it. Obviously, players have had on-court meltdowns before. It was the sexism remark, the fact she said it was sexism that really drew attention to it. It's not.
To be fair, I think everybody kind of goes at the ref defaultly anyway. Because let's be
honest,
honest, any rule of authority, if they fuck over the person you're supporting, you're going to be mad.
Exactly, yeah, that's the thing.
And I think the thing is, because Serena Williams is such a, I don't even watch, tennis, but the names I think of is Serena Williams, Andy Murray, and Djokovic. And it's
it's people like that, the well-known players, that's the thing.
Exactly. So when it happens to her, it's even more surprising. Because it's like, oh my god, it's not just any other player, it's literally
that's the thing.
the person.
And that's the thing, it was on the biggest stage, the women's the Grand Slam final of the US Open, and it's the biggest female tennis player in the world, Serena Williams, the most successful.
Yeah.
The fact that's what drew so much attention. If it had happened in the first round between 2 players no one's ever heard of,
wouldn't have been
nothing. You would have heard anything about it. It happened on the biggest stage, to the biggest, champion in women's tennis.
Yeah.
That's what drew so much attention to
Yeah.
it. And I will admit that people, obviously came out after and said, we have, Serena Williams may have, has a point because, and look, she's a role model, and I get that she is. Come on, she's such a great tennis player, and
for sure.
she gave birth, was it less than a year ago?
Yeah.
She came back. She's already back to the top of her game, competing in Grand Slam finals.
Straight away.
Well done to her for that.
Yeah.
She was wrong on Saturday evening.
Yeah.
She was in the wrong, and I don't know if she will think about it differently, having had time to reflect on it. But I certainly, for me, and I think a lot of people probably do agree that she was in the wrong there. She should not have. She shouldn't have abused the umpire so much, which is what got her the third code violation, and what really cost her the
It
match.
looked hilarious watching it, I must admit.
But then at the same time, people certainly felt that what she said after the match kind of made it worse. The whole trying to claim it was sexism.
I just love watching the YouTube videos afterwards where it was just like slam the racket down. Oh, okay, this could be interesting. It's just like,
well, there's a moral to this story here, and don't be
shout
an
the
arsehole.
empire.
But that's the thing, that's what people, that's the thing. The umpire is where you kind of have to respect the person in charge. In any sport, whoever's the authority figure, he has to have a certain amount. Okay, in a lot of sports, I know football is the worst one for that in terms of not respecting the referee at times. But at the same time, at the end of the day, the official's decision is final. Yeah, the official's not going to change their mind because a player has said to them, "You're wrong." Yeah, they're not going to change their mind. It's up to the official to make the decision. But well, I think I've gone on for quite a while.
Well, kids, you know what to do now.
I'll shut up now.
We've had our rant section of the podcast.
So we're going to move on to, I think, a comments recommendation from Owen again.
Right, he's not here.
So I'll read it for him.
Yep.
From the I'll do it like a suspenseful voice. From the co-director of Deadpool, and who has also written comics from X-Men, X-Force, Justice League, Superman, and Batman, and an artist known for his work on Deadpool and Spider-Man comics. Both of them are working together on a webcomic called Outrage. It's been hosted on live webtoons, and it's updated every Wednesday. The description reads, I don't know if this is the official description that Owen one. A virus is attacking people who abuse others on the internet. Comedic ass-kickings are occurring across the country by a sentient electronic entity that appears through the personal devices of bullies and babies alike. Who and what is Outrage?
And we move on.
That's it.
We don't know anything about that.
That's why I
will have to
to be fair, it sounds interesting.
Yes.
In the sense that the first line anyway of that description, a virus attacking people who abuse others on the
You
internet.
can read that, Parsons.
Oh, that was intense.
It sounds interesting enough, but
Owen says he'll read
Sounds
it.
like anonymous.
And it's going to be highlighted and moved on.
Are you highlighting?
He's highlighting things as we go. It's
Yeah.
kind of distracting me. I noticed it on the sports stuff as well. It's gone yellow. I was like,
I thought it was
what's going on here?
We'll move on to film.
Yeah.
Film.
And for our first topic, I think it's a lovely topic. We had to shit on DC films again. You also heard about Henry Cavill being left living as Superman.
Oh, wow.
Not gonna be Superman anymore.
He did 3 films and bounced.
Wow. One of those had to be Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it's one of the worst ones. Yeah,
Although
I think I saw this morning that he could still do
it's very up
But
in the air.
But I saw that he said he wasn't doing it anymore, or they decided he wasn't.
His
doing it
agent
anymore.
said, "Oh,
He doesn't want to do it anymore." But then I saw like this morning, I think it was that he
didn't-
could still be considered alongside other actors at the same
He
time.
did an Instagram post where he holds up a Superman action figure, and people went, well, "What the fuck does that mean?" And it could mean anything. You're doing it or not, but who knows at this point?
Well, I don't think the DC movies don't really do very well anyway, do
if
they?
it was trying to gain some gun ground, it's fucked now.
I mean, has there been? Because I'm not really clued up on these kind of films anyway. But is there any reason he has been dropped?
Witcher, probably, maybe, potentially.
Maybe, yeah.
But
Because he's
I
doing
don't know.
that
Has there been
TV
any sort of
series,
outrage?
Oh fuck yes,
Yeah.
because he looks and plays like a Superman. It's just the writing
does,
for him
yeah.
was shit.
Oh yeah, I think that's the
They
thing.
played
was
him as a
awful.
moody idiot.
That's the thing. Yeah, he works as Superman. Like he
looks
the
the part.
part and everything, and he's
And he kind of will
the
act
way
the
he
part,
does
yeah.
it. But yeah, that's certainly in Batman vs Superman, he was let down.
He
by
was.
the writing.
He had
all of the actors in that film
You
were.
know,
They were just
terrible.
Fun fact: he
fucked
had
by the writers on that film.
the same amount of lines as Spider-Man did in Civil War, and he had like a little
Wow.
cameo.
Seriously, what
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Batman
versus
vs
Superman? Jesus Christ!
And
Isn't
Spider-Man-
Batman? Is it not Batman? Ben Affleck, isn't he in
He's-
rehab at the moment?
Oh, he's probably gone at this point.
Yeah,
I
he
think
is.
he's gone.
But I mean, to be honest, I didn't I'll be honest, I didn't mind his Batman. It wasn't great.
He was a fucking killer though.
I
love the memes.
That's the thing. The best, certainly Batman vs Superman. The best Batman part of that was when he was kicking ass, but it was in like the dream thing, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was
the warehouse bit as well, but then the other bit, like the dream as well.
But he was killing people there as well.
I know, but
that was a dream.
The warehouse bit was probably the only bit I enjoyed in that.
The warehouse bit was good, yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Everything else I was
the rest
like,
of that film was
I was just like,
horrendous.
oh wow, I
Yeah.
can wake up. What is this film?
Something good's happening.
Yeah.
That was just dreadful, that film. And that's the thing, yeah. The actors, it had good actors in it, but they were completely let down by crap script and crap writing.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
They really
doesn't
were.
it?
That must be so frustrating. If you're the actor in that situation, you must be, and if you're reading that script and thinking, what the fuck have I got myself into here then? And you have to do it. You still have to get on with it.
Feels like
and
they didn't have any
try and
input.
make it as best you can.
I also think we got a few reviews of films.
Yeah,
we've got
this
two reviews.
takes us to Mitchell reviewing The Nun, none of which I've seen.
There was about 500 of these in the chat yesterday. It was insane.
Fucking insane amount of
Nun puns.
We did quite well to keep going, though, didn't we?
yeah.
I literally interrupted you just to put that pun in. But take it away, Mitchell.
So for any horror fans out there, the new
Not Daniel.
That's a cruel part.
Not me.
literally no one here apart from me, I think. But like there's the fifth installment in the Conjuring series, I'm pretty sure.
Whoa.
And for anyone that has watched the one that's based on the Enfield case, will know of the nun's character.
Oh yes, because she was in that one, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think that was the first time she was actually introduced, and then I assume they made this one because of how much everyone liked her, or I guess they had it planned anyway.
That makes sense.
But the story, it fits in so well as it does with all of the Conjuring films. Like if you've watched them all, the story is really well. It's really well done. And
Did you ever crap yourself while watching this film?
if I'm honest, my friend scared me more.
Grabbing you, do that and stuff.
5 minutes in, I shit you not, he literally just he went flying.
I love horror films.
And what it was,
With
a simple
horror films
hand
are
coming out of a
Yeah.
door, and he
That's the thing. The best way to make a horror, jump scares.
Yeah.
Crap ton of jump
Literally.
scares, and then like fake jump scares,
Yeah.
like building up to there's gonna be one, and then there
and
not
nothing
being one.
happens.
So you think next time, oh okay, there might not be one. Then all of a sudden, bang, there's a jump scare.
The funniest one I've
That's the
seen
best way
when
to
I
do
went
it.
to see it with a few mates,
Yeah.
and one of them got jump scared and smacked the other in the face by accident. And I went,
The funniest jump scare I saw, because I sometimes, with really predictable horror films, we've gone to watch, some of them have been really shit.
I watch so many, I literally don't get scared anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the thing, you
I
end
know-
up predicting them.
I
don't
know
you?
what's going to happen most of the time. A couple of times though in this one, it did kind of surprise me with some of them because in most horror films, they'll use shapes of something that's already in the room, and
Yeah.
then it suddenly actually
Moves or something, yeah.
Yeah, and it does throw you off guard sometimes. But this was just full on creepy the entire way through because it was set in 1952. I don't think it was based on true events.
I doubt it was.
From the beginning of it, they made it seem like it was, but then I think it was just kind of like putting it into the Conjuring storyline.
Universe.
And but my overall review of it, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
No,
For
that's
a
pretty
horror.
good. Because
Because
I'm not a horror fan. I can't stomach it.
I'm with Aaron.
But when I've seen the trailers and the advertisements for it, it does give a good nostalgia to horror films that it used to be. Because I think horror films from last century, 60s, 70s, 80s, truly were things that would have you sleepless nights.
yeah.
But things in recent years that I've kind of glimpsed at, the end of the Paranormal Activity series, were just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not believable.
I never found the paranormal series that scary.
I think the
It looked
first
dumb.
one.
It looked dumb.
The first one was done quite well. You've probably seen the first.
I've seen all of them.
I thought. I thought that was done quite well because they actually filmed it, didn't they, without having cuts.
It was
or anything.
different. Yeah. It was different because it was all based on them filming their moving in and whatnot,
And
and,
they
then having
genuinely-
cameras round.
They genuinely stayed up for all those hours and would sleep when filming and would have to wake up spontaneously, which I think is an
And I
incredible
think what
feat.
made that more scary was the fact most of the film was just silent, and it slowly built up.
That's pretty. That's good.
So it was
That's good.
basically the first couple nights, you think, oh, okay, what's going to happen? Nothing would happen. Or it'd be very slight movement and nothing really noticeable.
It really
and then
did.
And then towards the end,
Yeah.
it just got absolutely hectic.
It shit me up a few times. I thought it was good though because it left a good suspension because like you said, their build to it was unbelievable. And when the end came, I fucking jumped out of my chair. I think I was about 14 when I watched it.
Yeah, because the first one, I think that had multiple endings. I think there was a couple endings.
Yeah, I think there was about 3.
Yeah.
I think horror films in general, on now they're sort of like on the basis that we need to start showing horror right from the start to show it's a horror film, because we don't want to waste time getting to it. But I think if it's building up to something, it's better, because you actually have time to sort of see subtle details maybe that you know, and things sort of changing around and things like that, rather than jumping straight into people are getting killed by this mysterious ghost and that right at the start.
I think it also
actually building up to
the,
it.
Watch Ghostbusters.
I think it also,
Jesus.
Just
I
not
think
the
it
new
also
one.
depends on what kind of horror film they're going for. Because if it's something that, because like The Conjuring, because like that's mainly known for getting kind of like, from what I've seen of them, it seems like they just kind of get straight into it.
Yeah.
And I think if they kind of change that, it wouldn't seem right, and it would kind of drag the film out. Because like what I liked about this was like it just got straight into it with jump scares and whatnot, and also the model for the nun as well. She was really tall.
Really?
It was massive.
Tall ass nun.
And the makeup was it was creepy. Just looking at like a picture of her, like in the Enfield case one, just looking at like the painting.
I saw.
It was creepy.
I only saw like the trailer.
I saw in one of the trailers that the nun was basically like behind the painting of herself.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
I saw that in one of the trailers,
nice.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
no,
isn't
and
It was creepy as well. The painting.
Some of them are really.
last thing
like,
I want to say
weird.
about the nun as well. If you've watched
Yep.
the Enfield case one, I recommend you watch that one first. If you
Oh no, because
if you want to watch it.
before sets before it or something, or am I just saying that
I'm
because
only saying that because the ending was incredible. If you've only seen that film,
Where does he go? But the thing I'm wondering, where does he go from here? Do they make another one? Or are they going to kind of gateway that into sort of another trilogy? Or I don't know, because I
don't know how they're going to do it with this. Because from the chronological order of it, from what I've seen now, it would be the Nun and then the Conjuring Enfield case. I can't remember the name of that one actually. I think it was like Conjuring 2 or something.
just keep it that the sequel.
Yeah, basically. It's like it'll go the Nun and then the Enfield case. I'm not gonna say anything more, otherwise the ending's just kind of spoiled.
Yeah,
But the ending was very good in my opinion.
that's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
So what else is on here?
There's I saw
Parsons has got one. Yeah.
I saw the Predator.
Mm.
Has anyone seen the Predator
Nope.
film?
No.
No, I was planning on watching it, but I think after
It's
Yeah.
the
Same.
first, this is legit the first one I've seen.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Good or bad?
It's good to be bad.
Okay.
There are some really funny good bits.
Yeah.
And there are bits that
That
make you go,
catastrophic.
okay, that happened. There's like I'm not going to say that because that's a bit of a spoiler. But
I can't imagine anyone's chomping at the bit to see it anyway.
all right,
Would
so
it be
I
worth?
could go
Would it
into
be
it.
worth? Would it be worth like seeing it? Would it be like a recommended thing, or if you get it on DVD on a
Rent it
Christmas sale?
for fuck's sake.
Yeah, rent.
I'll
Okay,
say
that's
this
fair.
one bit.
He's
So,
basically saying no.
there's this bit where they've defeated this predator. He's lying on the floor, and then the main character walks up with him a gun and goes, "Oh, what are you?" And you hear the predator about to speak. The guy shoots him in the face. Goes, "Shut the fuck up!"
Nice.
Like, why did you ask?
What a stupid
What did
question.
you do? Why did you do that
What
for?
did you gain from that?
Did this guy die?
This guy, no, actually.
Oh.
I still think the funniest like jump scare. Forgive me because I literally took the dog out
Shut
for a pee
Gabe,
in between.
We're off horror films
Yeah.
now.
Literally.
Let me look at my watch.
Was like for unpredictable moments was when a train hit the police officer in Happy Death Day, when me and you were both sat there and just like all of a sudden just
That wasn't a horror film.
that was just bants though.
That wasn't a horror film.
That was just like in
I remember
terms
this
of
guy actually
what
watching.
the fuck moments.
I
of
was
film.
laughing so hard because this guy was just like this. It's not a horror film.
No,
in my
exactly.
opinion, at all.
It's not.
It's a slasher kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll probably give Predator 5.
5. That's generous 5.
Best
So,
I can give it. It's
bit in
alright.
between.
Rent it for £1.50.
There's some
Okay.
actually quite stupid funny bits, but the rest of it's just...
What happens when you rent movies? Is it like a 24-hour thing when you rent it online?
I
Or is
don't
it
know,
one
Gabe.
Who
watch?
rents movies?
I was wondering that because like it's not like you go to like the old the old store down the road where you used to
No,
get
no,
VHS
no.
and
Yeah,
shit.
you just go on dodgy websites now.
Yeah.
I just get them for free.
Adblock, yeah.
Just try and find one in English.
A lot of people die.
But
I
okay.
think renting is a bit of a dying sort of entity
Yeah.
anyway, really,
Yeah,
isn't
definitely.
it?
It's like when I saw Infinity War on sale in like Sainsbury's today, and I was like, "This is on the DVD. Who buys those things?" Like
That's true,
£3.50.
yeah.
Oh,
Is there any films coming out? or
I'm
not?
interested
Anyone's
in
interested?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh, yeah,
I
there's
know
that.
it's another. I know it's another horror,
Horror
film.
film, yeah, but
The first trailer looks shit, in my opinion. I was a bit like, oh god, why the hell are they bringing this back?
didn't mind
Second
it.
trailer it looks okay now. From the second trailer, it looks a lot because I think the main like because they've used like the original Halloween theme tune. If they've got that in the film, it's gonna be brilliant. If they have that, but I'm really curious on why the hell they've even released Michael Myers again.
Because money.
Yeah, because they know people will.
It's very
think,
strange.
Oh, it's Michael Myers. It's going to be.
That's what
good,
kind of threw me off on the trailer. I'm thinking, why the fuck are they doing that?
Because money.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the new Fantastic. Is that this year?
This
or
year.
Next year.
Comes out
Fantastic
like
Beasts
next month. Yeah, you go.
I mean, I quite like the first
It was
Fantastic
alright. It was
Beasts,
pretty good.
Was that the one with Emma Watson in? Or am I
That's
thinking
Harry
of
Potter, you idiot.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No. Oh no, it was a Disney film. My bad. My bad.
What? Beauty in the
Yes.
Beast.
Oh my
God.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm getting I need to step out.
Forgive me while I just like.
I wonder how many
dear.
people he has just triggered.
I apologise on his behalf.
We normally have one fuck.
This
up
is
of
the
an
film
episode,
with
oh
Eddie
my God.
Redmayne.
Eddie
Okay.
Redmayne, yeah.
Right.
End.
And Johnny Depp. And
well, yeah.
Jude Law.
Yeah, as gay Dumbledore.
As Dumbledore.
No, they've said he's like gay now. Apparently. There you go.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
But yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I'll probably go and watch it, to be honest.
What is it?
Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, right, okay.
Were you even fucking paying
I was trying to
attention?
recover.
Fucking hell.
Jesus!
What's this big announcement for next week's game?
Whoa, we got to hold on.
Oh.
Hold on for that. It's
Oh,
not.
Spoilers.
Hold the party
It's
bus
not.
for a minute.
It's not that big, to be honest.
I hate that Gabe died.
I was
You already said, by the way.
I was doing it for
Hold
Owen.
the party
I was
bus.
doing it for Owen.
Was it a
Owen's not here. I had to
Fortnite
fill it.
joke. Hold the party bus.
I
We've
did
had
like-
one every week.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
keeping that
House,
trend
your
up.
house.
I was gonna,
Completely.
Gabe. I was gonna include one later on anyway, but you know,
Let's quickly sidetrack into something a lot better.
a lot better than
Aaron.
that.
With
Yeah.
greatest franchise, maybe. I don't know if it is. It's
Well,
just very good.
It's very good.
It's
So,
very good.
Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead 2 will be coming out within the next month.
Fuck
It's
yes.
been a long time in coming. It's been speculated for I don't even know how many
Last one
years.
came in 8 years. 8 years.
Undead Nightmare, so we look about 7 years ago.
Shit.
So, to give you a rundown of the series, if you've never played it, I don't know
Nope.
if any
No,
of
I
you...
haven't.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
I need to, but I haven't.
Jesus.
Okay,
Christ.
So, Red Dead Redemption came out in
Phenomenal.
2010.
So good.
It was fantastic. So, it's obviously a Western game.
It's
and,
GTA and the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
it's basically GTA in Western sort of
Yeah,
country
yeah.
America, and it's during the Civil War between
Oh, yeah.
Mexico.
Oh,
America,
yes, it is, yeah.
Between when Texas was. A
Oh,
country
yeah,
at
no,
the time.
was
Texas.
was kind of part of Mexico.
Yeah, there was a portion of it. El Paso was like part
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
so-
yeah.
It's definitely early 19th.
Oh yeah, we're looking at early 18th century sort of time. So that came out in 2010. I
So
remember
good.
buying it when it came out. I still play it now. It's
So
phenomenal.
good.
The online is incredible as well.
Yes, it
Just to give you a rundown, so it's like free run like GTA,
Yeah.
but because you create like your own posse of cowboys, you can have like gang wars on
Oh, that does
sort of
sound
places, and it's so good because like they've captured the aesthetic of Western civilization so well.
What everyone's like, that. What everyone's like, kind of idea and
Okay.
fancy of
Yeah,
American Western.
Well, none of us were around, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like what you kind of see in films
It's
and that.
pretty
Yeah.
much that, yeah.
Yeah.
And
You do like standoffs and all that kind of stuff.
Does it play that music? Yeah, this classic standoff music. Yeah. Yeah.
it does.
No, it
Is it
doesn't.
not?
No,
Oh,
that-
I'm disappointed now.
That's from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Fun fact.
But that was fantastic. And then a year later, Undead Nightmare came out. Basically,
That was hilarious. That was
Do you know
just
what?
fuck
I
it.
thought it was full of a lot of Easter eggs as well.
Was.
So in that it's sort of a spin-off. The whole place is filled with zombies, basically.
Yeah, it just Rockstar went, fuck it.
Yeah, they literally. It was kind of like their demented brother took
Yeah.
over for a bit. So the main characters,
Still-
son and wife.
I thought it was John Marston for that one, or am I just being wrong in that?
I think John Marston was still in Undead Nightmare.
Yeah.
But I think wasn't it prior to the events of what actually happened because his son.
I don't
what-
remember.
Basically, they became zombies, and you have to tackle. And some of the things you get access to are incredible. There's a supernatural horse that you can get
It's a
hold of,
flaming horse.
Flaming
it's
horse.
just a horse on fire.
and it
It
was
sounds incredible.
It was amazing, and that game did wonders as well. But ever since then, we've had nothing, and
Oh.
we've always been waiting for the second one
Second
to come
one.
out, and that's just around the corner now,
It's-
literally.
2 years with like when they announced it. I think.
The context for the next one, I believe, I won't be surprised if it's the last one because it's actually the end of sort of like
The Cowboy.
Cowboys.
No, but it's set before Red Dead Redemption.
I think it's set after,
No, it's I think
it set before?
it's set before.
but it's the end of that sort of
It's
time period.
You know
isn't it?
the gang he keeps talking about in the first one.
Yeah.
The gang he was in. It's about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's young. You can see he's like a character in the game. He's younger and he's got his family and all that.
But it looks fantastic.
It
anyway.
looks
It looks
phenomenal.
incredible, and typical Rockstar, you know, they haven't given anything away too much. That's what I love about.
They need to start
Rock-
releasing.
That's what I love about Rockstar. Unlike, you know, other sort of like companies or whatever, they really shell things from you, and it kind of leaves you in suspense. And it's wonderful when it comes out because Rockstar have always been one of my favorite.
Oh yeah,
places
definitely.
to play games, including like the Grand Theft Auto series. But I don't know if you guys have ever played LA Noire.
Yes.
The detective game. That's
That's so.
that is incredible.
You're missing out, guys.
Like-
Oh yeah, I've seen some of the videos from that. I haven't
I mean,
played it.
of any.
The characters look so realistic as well.
That's like PlayStation 3, Xbox.
Yeah.
360.
I think of any Xbox 360 game I ever played that had the best graphics. I remember when it came out on the 360 and I thought this is incredible. And see on the Xbox One now, I've got it. It blows my mind away every time I play it. But I'm really looking forward to Red Dead, and when it comes out, I'll definitely do a hands-on review for it.
But this one.
You know, I could go on all day about Rockstar. I'm in love with them.
There is something that people go on all day about. Like last time we did a Battlefield all the time, but it'd be Blackout.
Blackout
yes.
this week.
Yeah.
Blackout beta, yeah.
Then I'm planning not to spend as long.
We're not
because
gonna- we won't
gonna
spend as
kill
long.
people from this.
Yeah.
No, because
But-
we spoke for a very long time about Battlefield 5
Overall,
last
very
time.
good.
I think the
I
main
do think it's
reason
good, yes.
we spoke about Battlefield 5 a lot was because we had a lot to say negative
Yes.
about it.
I don't think we have much. There's not really much.
There's not much
Negative,
negative
no.
at all with it.
I do genuinely, to be honest,
Generally like it.
for a beta as well, it's pretty good. It's pretty well put together.
And
I
can
think.
we also just say as well, bear in mind, this is COD's largest map,
Yeah.
and I currently have the old PS4. I'm not running a PS4 Pro.
No, same
Yeah,
here.
I'm a special one.
It rarely lags out.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Or I never have any frame drops. I've only crashed twice. But then I think that's
I
why
haven't at all.
Haven't
To
at
be
all.
honest,
I've
no.
crashed twice, but then I think that's because I've had it open like all day, just sitting on
Oh,
the
no,
main
yeah.
menu, and it just crashes the next time I go into like a game. We've hit 55 minutes apparently.
The whole point of not reading it. Carry on with your segment, damn it. It's called editor's notes.
See,
Jesus.
Mitch, you've done it twice now, Mitch.
Exactly.
But,
Right,
yeah.
But there's not a lot to talk about in the sense that there's not
Negative.
A lot negative.
I
There's-
won, but
For me, there's two things for me. One is the looting system.
it's very slow.
It's very slow. That
I
is
have
the
a
thing.
mouthful of Tic Tacs in my mouth.
Yeah, but it is. I
What
think
part
a bit
of the
too
looting
slow.
system is
So-
slow?
It's
So
like
like when you
you have to stop and pick it up.
and you have to
No,
hold.
you don't.
You have to
No, you
hold.
don't.
You have to hold the square down.
They
to
fixed
pick-
that.
They haven't. They haven't.
They
Not on
have.
mine. They haven't. Not on my version. They haven't.
They
Mitchell's got some
Oh,
high
here we
fashion.
go.
they have changed it massively from when it first came out.
I haven't played
so
it since
basically,
then,
so what they've done is the reason why they're not changing it from tap to hold is because they don't want you to reload because it's the same button.
Oh yeah, no,
So, like,
it's
if
just
you're
to be
actually
quicker.
missing bullets,
Yeah.
and you go to pick up something, it will probably prioritize reloading over picking it up.
Probably,
So-
but I mean,
So what they've done is they're still testing it, of course, but they have a significantly made it a lot faster for the ring to go
Yeah.
round.
I
And it has got a lot
haven't really
quicker.
noticed that.
No, that,
maybe
that
it has,
should
but
do.
I mean,
I'll have to play it again to
yeah.
see.
But I mean, and also on these things, I don't know if it's
It's
just
probably-
me or if it's just bad luck or something. Whatever. But there's been certainly a couple of games when I've landed somewhere, I've searched maybe 3 buildings and have not found a gun.
Oh no, that's just
Yeah.
that's just you for me. That's
Seriously?
No,
You found that as well?
I got
find
something. Finally, my one
And
works
your
better.
one-
and it's always like smaller buildings. It's like I'll land just on the outskirts of like a main area, for example, Turbine. There'll be like the little.
Where I go, there's
little
always something
things.
there.
The best thing I'm probably finding is either a shotgun or a pistol.
Oh,
and that's
I mean,
rare.
Balling.
That's rare.
I've-
I
There was
ball.
2. I think it was really weird because I remember there was one game went to Rivertown, landed just in one of the I can't remember which building it was, but just in one of the buildings, and I'd done 2 buildings and I had the choice of like 6 guns or something, and I was like, okay, great, this could be a good place to go in the future. There's plenty of loot here. I went there like a couple of games later. There was nothing. I searched like 3 buildings, not a
I go
single
Rivertown all
gun.
the time, and I find loads of stuff.
Well, see, that's
Where
what
I-
normally I do, but then there was that one time all of a sudden I went there.
I get like an assault rifle,
I searched-
attachments.
I searched 3 buildings. All I found, heals, attachments, not a single weapon, nothing. and I was like, what is this? Is this just bad luck, or is this really? That has happened a couple of times as well. That I've landed, searched 2-3 buildings, and there's just been nothing, no guns, nothing.
It hasn't happened a lot with me. It's only happened like a couple of times, but when it has happened, I have just died from it. Okay then.
You just die straight away.
There's one thing that I think you said was patched as well, was that the armor is so fucking annoying sometimes.
It really is.
Did you play it when it first came out?
Yeah, and they felt like you've hit nothing.
I'll tell you how I already know. They've nerfed it. Because I was playing today and I came second. I had like 7 kills as well, and I was popping off right.
Yeah.
And I had level 3 armor towards the end, and beforehand, explosives and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they said level 3 armor before patch it would absorb 68% damage before any bullets would even do any damage to the player.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's now been reduced. I don't know by how much, but what they've done is that I don't think they've touched level 1. If they have, it's been very minor. Level 2 now isn't as effective, and then level 3 it still protects you from headshots, but from what I can tell, the explosive does a fuck ton of damage to you now.
Yeah.
Because I used a trauma kit which gets you to 200
health.
Had level 3 armor and I just died instantly. So
yeah, I mean, I say it's not something I've noticed massively, but I think maybe they have. But I certainly do think, maybe before, definitely, armor was way too strong.
It was a bitch.
What it was, there was a too big a difference between level 1 armor and level 3 armor.
Yeah.
Level 1
massive.
armor did nothing. Level 3 armor made you almost invincible.
Yeah, exactly.
If what they've done is basically sort of lowered level 3 armor and level 2 armor, just brought them sort of close together. I think that was fine.
It is a little bit
better.
more manageable now, because it's like if you have no armor and you find someone with level 3, you can. I have now like 1 gunfights against them. I don't know if that's just pure luck or like if their aim is terrible.
Yeah.
But I can see a difference because it gets destroyed on me all the time now.
I mean,
constantly.
I know in that patch they upped the strength of the storm. Or the sort of danger area.
Oh, have they? I was wondering when they were going to do that.
They did it because
it was no threat.
Before it was absolutely it did no damage to you whatsoever. I was playing with some friends earlier, literally, because like we thought, okay, we'll be fine. We won't actually do much damage. We haven't got that far to go. We were in it. We'd been in a gunfight. We didn't have a lot of health, and we were dying. Like we were going to die if we didn't move quickly. I think I was the only one who survived because
how much was it going down by? Because I remember the entire game it would only go down by 1.
I think it was going by now like 2 or 3 every time.
Okay.
But honestly, it definitely does a lot. It does more damage now, so you have to. And I think that's better because at the end of the day, that's the idea of it. It's meant to force people in, get them close together. But I genuinely, I do think it's it's working well, to be honest. Considering it's the beta, it's not finished yet.
And something that I'm loving as well, you can't camp to win.
No, you can't.
At all.
And I do love that.
You cannot camp.
You have to get.
You have to move.
You have to get
They
involved.
weren't lying.
Go after people.
Even if you are in a house, you can't camp in that building.
No,
at all.
You really can't. And what I suddenly like, and this is why you didn't need to mention the Fortnite Party Bus. I was going to mention Fortnite in this. Fortnite, you don't have to be good with a gun to win in Fortnite.
Yeah.
You have to be good at building.
In
this, you have to be good with a gun. Because you have to be good at shooting
games. Can you
games.
even build in Blackout?
No.
You can build like a
pick
little
up a barricade, but it's not.
Okay, that's
it's
fine.
Not like
that's
a big wall. It's just a barricade.
Build a little hut for you to like.
No, that's what pisses me off about Fortnite.
It's basically just like the specialist items.
Okay,
if you find them, you can use them.
I've never found one.
That's what I like.
That's what
you actually have to be good with shooting games and good at Call of Duty games to be good at the mode
I might
to
play
win.
that then.
And genuinely, it is very good. And I'm pleasantly surprised to be honest how and not just how good it is, but how well it's sort of playing in the sense that the map size definitely is
for a COD
really
game
good.
As well, it's massive.
It's massive, but it's not too big in that you could never find anyone.
No,
or you go ages without seeing
exactly.
people.
Like a lot of people were thinking, 80 players. It's gonna be very slow.
No,
when I was playing,
it really isn't. Yeah.
I had this thing where, like, when I was playing solos, mid game it would get a bit slow, and then end game would be it'll be hectic,
pretty
shit.
quick.
But now that they've upped it to 88, it's done a massive.
And
difference.
so in squads, definitely, it's really good. I think it's probably best in squads. Yeah.
Only other problem I have with it is personally just me, because I think I said it is the driving.
The
mechanics.
vehicles. Yeah.
I don't like them.
I've got.
What is it like?
You
have to basically what you have to do. You have to point the direction of the camera
to
that's a
steer.
bit crap.
And then the left
whether
stick goes
way
forward or
I don't
backwards.
like that.
You get used to it.
Yeah,
I've
agree.
gotten
You do
used
used
to
to
it.
it.
I just don't like it.
It's basically
I think there's that bit.
controls.
I think
Yeah.
there's that bit that we've played like racing games. We know what it should feel like. So when it's anything different, it's weird. Like
Yeah,
But
but,
you-
no,
which
but
way you
but at the end of
point
the
the
I
day,
think
camera.
you
It's
can.
you might be able to change it. Yeah.
On the parachuting
Maybe.
down, yeah, because like there is that thing of free looking. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can do that
Maybe.
while driving. Like hold L2 down
Mm.
and like you can free look around. But if I'm
Yeah.
honest, I haven't found a need to look
No.
around when driving because you're
No.
going so quick.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You're very fast. In
I mean,
some of the
I think I do like the fact that there's a lot of vehicles in there because it gives a bit of variety. You know, like
Yeah.
you can if you find a helicopter, for example, if you're that's what I'm saying. If you're right on the edge of the map, if the zone is right at the other end,
You can fly.
if you're running it, you're never going to make it because you're gonna get caught by something. You're going to die.
Yeah.
But if you find a vehicle, you know, a truck or a helicopter or a
Easily.
bike, whatever,
So-
you'll make it comfortably.
But
So you know,
I got a roadkill today. I was so happy. It was the most satisfying thing.
there's one other thing I remember though. There's the bit where you jump in is kind of broken. Do you know about this? If you when you first jump,
Oh yeah.
look straight down and get your speed up to about 70, so
Yeah.
65, 70, and then pull and go flat, you go anywhere very, very quickly. And you can
Yeah.
literally hit the entire map from jumping straight away.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever the
I use that.
trail is, yeah. I
I
think
do
everyone
it,
does. I think
yeah.
they need to change that though, because that's not right.
Yeah,
That's how a
literally do
wingsuit would work though.
Yeah, but
because like if you're going
no,
down really
because-
quickly and then suddenly
I like the
like,
suit,
maybe
right?
change
Maybe,
it.
but they need
You've
to.
got the speed.
Maybe, but I don't think.
yeah.
And maybe that's how it would work in real life. But this is a game. At the end of the day, it can't work it out because literally you can jump as soon as you're allowed to jump. You can jump and you can hit anywhere on the map,
yeah, that makes sense.
and you can do it quickly as well.
The
It's
good
not
thing
like
is
it
that's what
takes
I do
ages to
now
get
as
there.
well. I do that now. You're just to get an action a lot quicker. Anyway,
It does
I'll do it
work in
just
that way,
because.
but you know,
But
Oh,
yeah, overall, very
Very
good.
good.
I am very impressed.
For a
I am
beta,
very-
I'm actually looking forward
COD.
to like the full
the
release.
full version, yeah.
COD.
As long as
Very
they
good.
don't fuck around with it too much
No.
between now and release,
COD. I
it
got
will
a
be
clap,
good.
got a clap for COD.
It is very good.
COD is repairing itself.
But now we go to a depressing side.
Spoilers alert incoming.
No, it's not a spoiler. Trust me.
Oh, okay, good. Then.
Oh,
So none of you have heard about this.
what's happened?
There is let's talk about Spider-Man last week. There is an Easter egg that has been discovered. Oh, it is a rough one. So I'll
Yeah.
explain it to you. So a couple of months ago, before the game came out, a fan of it tweeted into Insomniac, who are the developers,
Yeah.
and said, "I want to propose to my girlfriend.
Mhm.
So if it's okay, can you add a little proposal in there somewhere in
Oh
the
my
game?"
God.
And Insomniac went, "Yeah, sure, we'll do it." And they put it as a movie poster that says
Yeah.
the name "Maggie,
Yeah,
will you
yeah.
marry me?"
That's good.
Don't applaud.
No.
Because a couple of weeks later, his girlfriend broke up with him.
Oh my
It
god!
gets worse and hooked up with his brother.
But, he can't play that game again.
Edit that applause.
He can't play that game again. He can't.
No,
Oh.
but that's the thing.
Oh.
Insomniac then, after finding this out, said, "Do you want us to edit this out?" And he went, "Oh no, leave it in for someone else who wants to try that." Wants
Oh,
to do this-
sweet.
But they're doing it anyway and changed it about his grandmother or something like that.
Oh
now.
my
No,
god.
I'm
He
amazed
could
he
never
didn't
play that
say
game again.
I want it taken out.
Wait,
Because come on,
Oh,
I've
He
just
can never
realised
play
I
that game
feel
again.
for this guy, man.
it's hilarious, but Jesus.
Crap.
if he gets an Easter egg, does that mean I could contact Sega and get them to put an Easter egg in Football Manager for me then?
If you can make that
You may as well
happen.
try it.
Do you guys mind for advertising in the stadium, Lonely Man Seeking Love?
Culture Collective podcast
All of a sudden,
is there.
all of a sudden, we're sponsored by Sega because we're still paying off their fucking the amount of money that we said that we were
honestly,
going to
Just
give
thinking
them
about
for
it.
putting that in there.
Oh,
Jesus, I feel for that guy. You know, that is rough.
Can you imagine, just hypothetically, right? You think he's got the Steelbook edition of the game. He's got the
He's got the
Spider-Man
collector's
PS4,
edition, all
he's
that.
proper got everything, and he's
no, he'd be
now,
crying at that point. But
Mate,
this is
I mean, okay,
On-
think about, well,
on
it's,
Instagram,
Gabe,
there's gonna be a video
that's-
of it
that-
being
I'm
set on
sorry,
fire.
But Gabe, that would be the least of his concerns.
Yes.
I think.
Oh yeah, but like every time he
Considering what
looks
happened.
every time he looks at Spider-Man, he's gonna remember that though.
Well, yeah, but
Like-
yes.
Oh my
I mean-
god.
I'm amazed that that is obviously that is really rough. But at the same time,
Shit.
I'm amazed. I'm kind of skeptical into it. I mean, I don't know how long they've been together, but
5
why-
years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh god,
Wow.
that makes
Wow.
okay.
I was about to say you have to be sure if you're gonna if you're gonna propose to someone, especially if you're gonna put it in try and get it done in a video game, you have to be sure that they're probably gonna say yes, or that they're not gonna break up with you or something.
rough.
before they see it.
That's some rough stuff.
But I mean, you know,
Skip the
skip to
Nintendo
Nintendo
stuff.
shit.
Sorry,
Owen.
into my stuff.
apologies, Owen. We'll go straight on to Parsons' game for this week.
There isn't that much.
It's not
It's
too
quick.
much, but
Your
It's
Nintendo
this
news should be
game.
caught up next
So-
week. My apologies.
It's all Owen's fault, basically.
yeah, he put too much on here.
Right,
We've actually had a really good podcast this
we
week.
have.
Mm.
So have you got? You want to get your
Well,
buzzers
we've
out?
got- Oh, yeah,
Oh,
get buzzers,
go
yeah.
get buzzers out,
Buzz
guys.
is ready.
Guillaume.
Yeah.
My bad.
That is Gabe.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Guillaume.
Yes, this is mine.
Mitchell.
I'm just gonna use this one. That's too quiet.
Did it catch that?
Wait.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, we'll use that
Gabe.
one. Same as usual.
Okay.
I need to find a better one.
So
Or
this
download
game
something.
today is we've done normal music, we've done films. It's on to video games now.
Fuck.
Because there aren't any. I don't know shit to actual video game songs.
Mhm.
I've pulled some themes from games that are played on the piano,
Great.
and you have to listen and guess.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not that hard, I promise. I've made it
Good.
quite easy. This
You said
time.
that about last week. And
What
there
is
was
it,
still
te-
some
is it
really
10
difficult
seconds?
ones.
Well, to do till you get it.
Yeah. I
This
guess.
one you'll get in about a minute, not in a
Okay.
minute, no less than a
Cool.
minute, less
1 second.
a second. Yeah. So fingers on buzzers, gentlemen. And Guillaume.
Mario.
It is
Super
Mario. 1 point to Guillaume.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Next one. Let me just skip a bit. How? None of you?
No, I know it. I've heard
recognize,
it. Yeah.
I recognize it.
Disappointed in both of you.
Wait.
I'll give you.
I
Play it
recognise
again.
it.
Play a little bit more, or play it again a bit.
Do you know it, Gabe?
I recognise it. Oh, that's
Okay,
gonna
go
piss me off.
No, I know it.
Alright,
God.
I'm gonna stop it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Guillaume?
It's Call of Duty, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
No.
no.
5,
No, I
4,
swear it is. No, it's
3,
not, is it?
2, 1. It was Battlefield.
Oh
no.
Battlefield.
I knew I was in the right,
my
right area.
idiots.
We'll put all
God
the
damn it.
we'll put the full things in the description as well, because then like
Yeah, you can. Yeah, link.
listen
I'll
to
send
it.
you links.
Damn
That's
it.
so funny.
I knew I recognised
I
it.
didn't
And
have
I
a
knew
clue.
it was. I knew it was
Very,
like.
Yeah.
very
Battlefield 1.
disappointed. Very
Oh, dear.
disappointed. I expected you to.
The way you said COD as well, which made it even funnier. I was just like,
Well, no, you can't talk with Emma
no,
Watson.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to look at it because you didn't
To be
know.
fair,
it.
I
I
didn't have
just
a clue. I just knew I didn't have a clue.
Okay.
Number 3, then, gentlemen.
God, I'm pissed off with myself for that one.
Yeah, I am as well.
And
I don't know this one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you know it,
I don't know what it is though. I've heard of it.
I don't know this
Oh
one.
my
anyway.
god. I'm going to take a wild guess.
go on then.
It's a Nintendo game of some sort that I can't... No, wait, no.
I'm giving you.
Fuck. I don't know, tell me.
Just say what you were gonna
I know, I
say.
don't know.
Say something.
No, I don't know.
Okay, you've got to say something now.
I don't know.
Fine. You two, anything?
I haven't got a clue.
It's Angry
play it.
Birds.
Oh, I was going to say play for like a
Oh,
couple
yeah,
of
I knew
seconds.
it. I was
What,
like...
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
Oh,
Ah.
God,
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
How have you
See, you said this would be easy.
How do you not know the
No, it is
theme?
easy. It is easy, but
How
we
did
just
you
don't
not
get
know
it.
Battlefield?
I knew. We knew it.
We knew it. We just wasn't
This is
sure.
If this was being filmed by camera, you would have seen both faces. We knew what it was. We had heard it before. We knew it.
Very. I don't know if anyone might get this one. It's a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
A little harder. Well, you should have got the last two, but here we go.
Whatever.
Mitchell's got the face of I know it. Gabe's got the face as well.
Oh, this is
Oh,
pissing me
no.
off. This is really pissing me off.
We'll pause it in a second to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I don't fucking.
You can take a
know.
guess.
I
Just
don't
go
know
for
it.
it. If you don't know it,
I
go
just-
for
I
it.
don't know.
Overwatch.
Fuck. I actually thought
Nah.
I'd literally...
Played
You played
played
loads.
So much for this being easy.
You played loads. I'll tell you what.
How?
It's like the piano. It's actually the piano because it's not the actual tune.
No, it's not the thing.
No,
it's
it's
like
not.
the
It's
lyrics.
like the lyrics thing, yeah.
It's not.
It's not as hard.
That's the thing. The
Yeah,
Angry Birds
yeah.
to Battlefield. I recognise.
But even
them
then,
so
though, because
clearly.
there's no like. 'Cause
I
it's not
recognise this a
defined.
lot easier to like you reading out lyrics.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
This is a lot easier, but
See, I told you it was easy. You're just useless.
What?
Next.
I'm the only one with a point.
Judges,
say I'm
judges
useless.
talking. Next
off.
one. Here we go. And
I know this one as well. I have no clue what it
I
is.
don't know this one.
wait, give it a little more time. Do it.
Mortal Kombat.
Mitchell with a point.
Yeah.
Well done, Mitchell.
Mhm.
No, let me go. No, this is easy, but I don't know if any of you know this one.
Okay.
I know it. It's obvious, but
Yeah, you're
you're
looking
useless.
Yes.
I'm looking at it,
No,
Gabe.
look at your notes.
Give it a minute. Again, it's the piano. It's just keep ready. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my
Guillaume,
God.
Mitchell and Gabe all got the face of I know it, but I don't know what it is.
This is so hard.
Give it a little more time. Okay, what's the bit I know? Mitchell.
You're gonna hate me for this, but it sounds a little bit like Skyrim.
Mitchell with 2 points.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Wait,
Let's
play,
go.
play
Hello.
it. Wait, play it from now. Where it is now. That bit. That bit that was just
Yeah.
about to start playing. I recognised. The first bit, I was like a little bit. That bit there, that was just about to start
And do you know
playing
what's
before he
amazing?
guessed
I've
it.
never played Skyrim.
That bit that just started playing as he guessed it.
This
I
would be an
recognised.
interesting one. Oh, this would be an interesting
Okay.
one for all of you.
Okay.
It's just doing an advert. Which songs
An
we do
advert?
next? Oh, it's just a little thing.
It's your clock.
What does it sound like, Gabe?
It's your clock. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's your clock.
Your clock.
Imagine
In
an
his
open...
house.
Gabe, I'm going to
Oh.
hint you here. Imagine a menu.
Oh no, Minecraft! Oh my god, no, wait, fuck! I was trying to
You
find
can
another
buzz
one.
it at any point.
Oh shit!
No, you
Ian.
bastard!
Minecraft!
I was trying to load up one for Parsons,
Yeah.
literally, and I was like, oh shit,
Why
I know
would you?
this one.
I'm the judge. You
I have a surprise
moron.
one for you because I think you'll know this one. That's why I was
Okay.
thinking of it.
I get a point.
2-2.
Fuck it.
Fuck you, Gabe.
And 0 to
Thanks for
Gabe.
giving him the answer.
Idiot. Here we go. This will be a funny one.
What the fuck? Oh, I know the theme tune. I don't know what
Oh,
fucking
God.
game it is.
Is it?
Gabe,
Is it Wii Sports?
moving on.
What is it?
Give it. I'm gonna
It's
give it.
something Nintendo. It's got to be.
Anyone make a guess?
It's got to be something Nintendo.
Oh, I have no idea.
Just go. If you might get a point from this. Have a little guess.
No, I don't know.
Mitchell.
My first impression was going to say Lego Star Wars from the beginning of it, but that bit there, it's not. No.
No, nothing.
No.
No,
No.
it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was.
Wow!
Go on.
No way!
When you said take a guess, I was going to just guess Sonic.
Oh my god.
It was not Nintendo,
Damn
Gabe,
it.
but you
I
were
feel
kind of
fucking
close.
stupid for saying that. Star Wars.
Well, you could have after Wii Sport.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
nonsense.
true actually. Wii
Alright.
Sports.
Here we go. Next
I was
one.
thinking of the cricket like sound.
Next one.
Just a loading sound for that.
Mitchell.
Pokemon.
It is Pokemon.
I was never going to get that.
Well done. So it's
3,
2,
2,
0
0.
with Gabe.
Hey, I technically got half.
No, you didn't.
Gabe,
'cause
I gave
didn't
you the
buzz.
answer.
This one-
Literally, I went to buzz and my
I
left
expected
mate just
this to
lagged.
happen.
The
The
one
Fuck.
point that you.
Yeah,
that you
yeah, I
could've
could have
got
had.
on a game
No,
you
fucked
played.
it.
I expect this to happen,
Okay.
so I did a surprise one just for Gabe.
Oh my god, okay.
I don't know. Come on, Gabe.
I'm just gonna have a quick guess at the beginning.
Huh?
So. My
Last of
fucking
Us.
thing's too slow.
It is Last of Us.
Thank
We've got a
you.
point.
Thank you. I'm fine. I was literally like,
So-
if I fuck this, I'm gonna cry. But
I literally tapped mine at the same time as you.
you
I
haven't
was
played
good.
Last of Us, but you watched me play it. That's the thing, so you would have known.
At the end of this
Was
game,
that it?
yeah, because I said
We
it
were
was 10.
shit.
Mitchell has a shocking number of 3,
Yep.
even though it's the most. Gian with 2,
Thank you.
and Gabe should have 2,
But he doesn't. 'cause
but
he's an
he
idiot.
has 1, which I gave to him.
I got Last
Hey-
of Us. It's
Hey,
fine.
listen, yeah, 3 points is the best I've done so far.
Yeah, you
Nice.
won a game. Nice.
Well, Owen's not here, so he wasn't going to win anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So Gabe, you had a special.
Oh no, I actually I couldn't find the piano version.
Say what it was then.
It was Heavy Rain, literally.
Well, then no, wouldn't have known it.
You wouldn't have known that. Okay. I would have thought you'd
Well.
played that game, to be fair, but that's fair. Should we end it for this episode? Aaron's not here with us because he's had to go unexpectedly. But,
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I think that's pretty much
It
it for
is.
this episode. We'll cover the Nintendo news next week.
When
our
Owen's here.
faithful Owen. has
When
been-
Owen is
Thank
here.
you, Owen, you
That will
bastard.
cover at least an hour, probably.
Yeah, because surprisingly, we've actually had a really solid discussion point
I've liked
in
it.
this
I've enjoyed
episode.
this.
Yeah, I think it's been really good. So we hope you guys enjoyed it.
If you haven't, then go away.
Don't listen to us again.
Yeah.
I'm joking, please, we need the views.
but,
EA, remember I said
Yeah.
what I said. Apple, we meant none of that.
We're open for offers.
sponsored by Pepsi.
We are drinking them
But,
here.
um,
And Tit Tats.
Oh yeah, and Tit Tats.
I'll forget this.
But we'll join you. We'll see you in the next episode of the Culture Collective
Well, we
podcast,
won't
which will
see
be
them,
episode
but, you know.
6 next week,
Incredible.
Tuesday. Yeah, episode 6. Wow. So that's pretty much it. I'm not Aaron, so I'm not going to end this in a professional manner.
He's Aaron, and that'll be it.
Yeah. See you later.